Hello everybody, Double J101 back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at Walgreens exclusive Cyber Battalion Sideswipe. So before we get into the figure, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging. We see Sideswipe here in the front, in his Mustang kind of Camaro mode kind of thing. We see Sideswipe here in his robot mode, as well as some pretty cool looking, original looking almost Sideswipe artwork here in the front. On the back, we see it's a simple 8 steps to get him transformed, as well as more renderings of his vehicle and robot mode. For the short little bio, we see Sideswipe. This fast-talking Autobot warrior is never afraid to break a few rules. And then 3 other languages. Now for Sideswipe himself, we have him here out of the package. This guy is okay. From transforming him a couple times, he doesn't exactly like to stay together. From transforming him a couple times, he is just really okay. I mean, for the price point of this figure, it's kind of disappointing as much as you don't get. Really, he's $16.99 at Walgreens. And if you were to buy any other deluxe figure, they're about the same price, if not maybe $1 cheaper or so. And there's a lot more detail, and I think they're just better figures overall. There's so much more articulation with them, but before I get to that, let's just go ahead and take a quick look here at the vehicle mode. So we see that there's the Autobot logo here in the front. Not a whole lot of molding detail throughout the entire figure. We see the wheels are pretty cool looking, actually. Just, they don't roll very well either. I mean, I wish that was a little better. I mean, he rolls okay, but through movement, his wheels don't always touch the ground. And I don't think I have him transformed him correctly. It's just, it just doesn't roll very well, as much as I would hope he would. Back here in the back, there is a little molding detail here on the rear of the car, and I think if you were a customizer kind of person, if you just kind of went back here and put a little bit of color in him, he might turn out a little better. See up here in the front grille, there's a little bit of color, but they just lack the color here in the back. Now, I'll have more comparisons later on when he's in robot mode, but for right now, let's just go ahead and do a comparison between him and the Masterpiece Sideswipe, which you can see there is a huge size difference between these two. That is the one thing I do think is a little cool from these guys. Being that they are so much money and there's not a whole lot to them, they are pretty big. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of the same between these two guys. This one's clearly a Lamborghini, while this one is like I said, a Mustang Camaro kind of thing. The red is off, but that's okay. The Autobot logo is almost exactly the same size. It's kind of cool. I do like that they have it here in the front. It kind of does homage to the original. The wheels are not the same at all, but again, this is a masterpiece compared to a Walgreens exclusive. So, in the back, there you go. But see, there's the size difference between the two right there. I know Lamborghinis are definitely bigger than this, or bigger than a Mustang, but yeah, there you go. That's about it for the size comparison of the two. Now let's go ahead and get Sideswipe in his robot mode. Again, this is only 8 steps to get him from this mode to his robot mode. It's very simple, so let's go ahead and get started. Here in the back, you just disconnect this, bring this down. Here on the bottom, you're just going to separate the arms, bring them out, bring this down, click it in. It doesn't really stay in, but you can, when you put it down, you can clearly feel it click in. Down here at the legs, separate these, bring the feet out, like so. Straighten the legs out, bring the arms around, straighten out the arm there, bring that out. Same here. And see, this thing untabs a lot, but if you just hold it down while you transform it, it's okay. Get the arms out there, and there you have an easy transformation, but overall, Sideswipe in his robot mode. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at Sideswipe. Overall, there's not a whole lot of detail on this figure. I do like his feet. They do have good grip here on the bottom, and they're big enough so that he doesn't actually fall over. He stands up really well. Now here on the legs, there's a little bit of molding detail, as well as here on the stomach and here on the chest. And the arms, there's a little bit throughout with the nice white paint. And I think my favorite part about this guy has to be that head sculpt. That head sculpt is so close to the original, and I'll show you what I mean here in a few minutes. But, I mean, by far, the best part about him, besides the Autobot logo right here, which really works to complement the original. As for articulation with this guy, not a whole lot. Legs go up like so. They go back a little bit. There's a little bit of knee articulation like so, and outwards as well. There's no feet tilt or anything like that. And the arms, they go up, they go all the way around and out. Nothing here at the stomach. And for the head, it just rotates side to side. Now let's go ahead and bring in Masterpiece Sideswipe here, so you can really see the difference between the two. Now, Cyber Batallion Sideswipe is clearly taller, but overall, you know, it's not a Lamborghini. More of a Mustang version, I would say. And that's the closest kind of car I can get out of this. Maybe a Camaro, but really, I think the Mustang is the closest. Overall, the comparison between the two, really the head is the best. So let's get Masterpiece closer. And Batallion right there. I mean, it's almost spot on. The expression's a little different between the two, but really, the head sculpts are pretty perfect. I do love that. Otherwise, between the two, I mean, there's a lot of difference between the legs and stuff, but you know, this one is a masterpiece. Really, this is the only thing we have these days that actually even represents partially like this guy. So, really, that's about it between the two. Now, for some size comparisons, as you saw with the Masterpiece, we have him here next to a deluxe figure, which overall I like the deluxe figures better because there are, you know, it's a different type of line. They have better articulation, better looking features to them, but the Cyber Batallion is quite taller. Here he is next to a Voyager, and again, almost the exact same height. Maybe the Voyager's a tad taller, but it's still pretty close. And next to Leader Optimus, which surprisingly, it's a good fit, I think, for the size at least. Since I don't have a G1 out of the box, I do have the commemorative edition here in a box, so let's go ahead and crack them open, see if you can see the comparison between the two here in the picture. Get them a little closer. See how they look. This guy didn't include any weapons of any sort, so that's really about the same there. Again, the Autobot logos are the best part between this guy and the original. And here, inside the package as well. But overall, Sideswipe, he's just okay. For being an exclusive line to Walgreens, again, I think he's the exclusive line to Walgreens, this is an okay figure. I think this is more towards the younger kids, maybe in between kids to teenage kind of range. Not really for an adult collector, but again, this is the best we have right now for a Sideswipe. That is, I mean, I guess even closely resembling a G1 in any sort of way. Really, the head sculpt, again, is the best part. I don't think there was anything else out there. I've tried to do a little research on it, and I couldn't find anything, so I think this might be the best thing we have. So let me know down in the comments, do you like the Cyber Batallion line? This is the only one I've ever picked up so far. I am looking forward to finding Shockwave. I think that one's going to be pretty cool. That's probably the best Shockwave we're going to have, at least for a while, unless you consider that Legends class from Combiner Wars, I think it was. But again, I think this one would be pretty cool. But that's about it for this video. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. If you did, thank you very much. And I will talk to you again on the next video. Thanks for watching. Changing, changing, 叫ぶち平成